I'm Geordie.
And I'm Sam.
And welcome back to our channel.
And today we're going to be doing a ladder prediction for year 2021.
Yes, so without any further ado,
let's get started.
So we are going to go from 18th all the way up to first. So without any further ado,
let's get started.
So in 18th position we have North Melbourne. Now we have picked North Melbourne to come last because they traded out a whole heap of good players in the trade period. They've also just got a new coach, and I don't really know if they're going to do very well next year, as they were quite average in 2020.
So continuing on the teams that had average year or below average years, we're going to put the Crows at 17th, but we think North Melbourne and the Crows are going to be very close together. So
in 16th position we have put Essendon. Now Essendon also traded out a lot of key players in the draft in 2020, and I'm not sure how that's all going to work out. I know they are reshuffling all their football program, but I don't know if they're going to be that good in 2021, so I put them at 16th spot.
So another team that hasn't been performing in the last couple of years is Sydney. So therefore we're going to think they're going to continue that, and we're going to put them at 15th position.
Okay, so in 14th position we have Hawthorn. Now we put Hawthorn at 14 because they had a bit of an average season in 2020, and also they did trade out a few good players in the pre-season as well, so I'm not sure how that's all going to work out. So just because of that reason we put them in 14th position.
So coming in at 13th position, we think Gold Coast. They did actually play well at the start of the year. They were sitting like second or something at one stage, but then they dropped off, and I think they're going to continue their bottom of the ladder run, I guess. So yeah.
Okay, so in 12th spot we have the Fremantle Dockers. Now Fremantle finished 12th in 2020 as well, but we think that they'll go about there again next year as well. They didn't really do much in the trade period, so their team is pretty similar to what they have now.
Okay, so in 11th position we're going to go with GWS. This is similar to where they finished in 2020, but after their loss in the grand final, they just haven't been the same. And I think it's going to continue because I don't see themselves picking themselves up too much over that time.
So in 10th position, we put Collingwood. Now we put Collingwood out of the A because they traded out so many key players from their side this year, and also we think that that's going to affect their playing style, as it's going to be a whole shift up. So we put them at 10th for that reason.
So for the team that comes 9th and just misses out on playing finals, we think's Carlton. Carlton played well at this season. They won a few close games, lost a few close games. I think they're going to continue with that. That's why I'm going to put them in the middle of the table, with 9th being their position.
Now we're going to go to the top 8, and our first top 8 place is Melbourne. Melbourne just missed out in top 8 spot in 2020, and I think they have a really good young side, so I think that next year they'll make the 8, and just.
So to go in our 7th spot, we're going to think that St Kilda are going to have a similar season to this year, where they make the finals, but I don't see them doing too much in finals from this point or that point, but yeah, they're going to go 7th.
So in 6th spot we have Geelong Cats. Now we put Geelong 6th because they lost the grand final, and that often sends team back a couple of years, so we didn't put them in the top 4 because of that reason, so that is why Geelong is 6th.
So we've actually put the Western Bulldogs 5th. You could possibly say they could go higher with their midfield that they've got this year, with Treloar coming in and Josh Dunkley staying in the end. But if it works out, it will be good. But I don't know if it will work out. That's why I'm going to chuck them in 5th for the moment. Yeah.
Okay, so in 4th spot we have the West Coast Eagles. I think that West Coast had a bit of a hard year in 2020 because they spent a lot of time in the hub, and then they did go home, but they did have to play more games away in the hub again. So hopefully if everything pans out good, that will be able to travel in and out of every state. So that is why we put West Coast in 4th spot.
So in 3rd spot, we're going to put Port Adelaide. I don't think we're going to stay on top because we only just finished on top, beating Brisbane by a percentage, and I think we're only a game clear of the 3rd team. So I think we'll drop down a little bit, but we'll still be in the top 4 race, I think.
So in 2nd spot, we have chosen to put Richmond. We think that Richmond had a really, really good year in 2020, and I think that they're going to be pretty good in 2021 as well. And I personally think that Richmond will probably win the flag as well. So that is why we put them 2nd.
Okay, so in final spot, I think you could have predicted this as well. But Brisbane on top. I think over the last 2-3 years, Brisbane have played well. They've finished in the top 4 in the last 2 years. I think they're going to continue that, and I think they'll finish top. And I think it'll be Brisbane grand final first, be 2nd. So yeah.
So this is what our ladder looks like. It's a pretty different ladder, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.